Hey everyone, it's Combos with Carrie tonight. Just wait a little bit for a special guest to come on. Is there any? Hey everyone. I know I haven't been on in a minute. Because I know the IG algorithm. Is it? Did I say it right? It's probably all messed up now. Let's
Here
see.
I am.
I can hear it.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Hi, Alistair. Thanks for joining.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Everybody's just getting out of finishing off the decor. So
Oh,
I'm gonna I'll get to a quiet spot.
okay.
And okay. Bless you, everybody. Be safe. Be safe. I'm gonna be right here for a little while.
Hi, Alistair. I know I haven't been on for a minute, so it might take a little bit for people to realize that I'm back.
You're like me. I don't go on all the time.
Yeah, I used to do it regularly for what, 3 years?
Yeah.
But I've
Good night.
taken a break. I've taken a break now, so I have to get back into it.
Got to get back into the swing of things. No problem.
So we'll let you settle and then we will get started.
I'm settled.
Okay.
I got good lighting. I'm outside of the venue. People can see the venue.
Are you
Everybody,
gonna are you gonna stay still or are you gonna be moving around?
I'm gonna stay still for you in a second. I promise.
Okay. Well, first you could just go by introducing yourself and just letting everybody know who you are, your name,
So
and then we'll go into the
my
question.
my name is Wendell Brayton. I'm a bishop of the Glorious Churches of Canada, and I'm pleased to be your guest. I have a kind of a diverse background, and I don't want to get in my car yet before I finish introducing myself because it gets too dark. So a little bit of a diverse background. I'm an ex-police officer, 13 years a police officer. I've been in social services for almost as long as I have been a police officer. Left the police force in 2006 and started full-time ministry. I've been a pastor for, I was a pastor, ordained a pastor in 2003 and a bishop in 2014.
Okay.
So ran for council, ran for mayor, did a lot of stuff in Toronto, and now this is where we are today.
And did you say where's what area you're in now?
What area
Your church
physically?
is your church is in?
Our church is in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
So we're at 10 Maplewood Avenue in Toronto. We're the church of the city. We're the downtown apostolic Pentecostal power. Um, your grandmama's church with a new kind of with a new little bit of a swing on it,
With a little twist.
with a little twist.
Hi,
So,
Shelley.
yeah.
Sheely.
Uh,
Okay.
so
So
hold on. I'm gonna make sure somebody's not Michelle. No, you can get a ride home. Okay, you're good. No problem. Sorry. Just
that's
making
okay.
sure everybody's safe. Everybody is getting their self organized. Apologize.
Okay, no problem. So I think the first thing we want to the first question I want to ask you is, you were spinning. So, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, you were spinning for a second.
Sorry.
So the first thing I want to ask you is just, how did you get into this? What's your cause?
Okay, so basically, we started to identify all of these missing black kids in the
Hey, Beth.
community, and wondering myself, what's going on? Why are these black kids disappearing at an incredible rate? I started to do some investigation, and then I got together with some of my leaders. Our church has different governance, let's say, and so the bishop's office, the governance of my office deals with the community. The pastor deals with the sheep. The bishop deals with basically theology, but the community as well. And we decided that this is a serious issue. And we also had another issue happening with Little Jamaica in Ward 12 of Toronto, going through so much economic issues because of the rail system that was built and all of the economic loss. So we said, let's take these two partner issues and make them something that's public, make them something that we are going to get the attention of City Council, get the attention of Queen's Park, and try to seek some changes. And the missing boys escalated. It just continued to go stronger and stronger until it became the dominant conversation. And again, with the police background, I think a little different than everybody else. I think like, if that's my son, I'm going to get him. But I realize other people can't do that. And the resources and the network that I have, we can do that. And so I said, no, no, no. We've got to figure out how to go and get these boys back. And then understanding the the complexity of how some of them potentially are going missing.
I think
Missing.
I think that is one of the biggest things that, like, I've been like, I think this started really resonating a few years ago. I'm sure this has been happening, but I think it's just been starting to be publicized or get sort of any traction a few years ago. So how long have you been noticing that this has been happening, or has it only been since everybody's kind of jumping on somewhat of a bandwagon, because it's not there yet. It's not there yet. Why we're still struggling and still trying to figure out how to help them. So, how long have you been focusing on the missing Black boys and the missing Black children?
Well, the focus for me has been this year. We started identifying it this year. Are you still hearing me properly?
Yeah, I'm good. We're good.
Okay. So I started to identify it this year, I would say anywhere around January. Um, I saw things in the news, um, and then I talked to people about it. I called some colleagues, say, hey, what's going on with this? Right?
Mm.
And
What
I
did
didn't
you
like,
get? What was the message? What did the colleagues say that was going on? What did they give you? What kind of feedback did they give you? Because I know what feedback I've been hearing. So let's hear what feedback you've been hearing.
okay. So to understand how I would deal with that
Yeah.
question,
Thanks
when
for
I
stuff.
when I was a police officer, I was a police officer that represented my community. I did not arrest my community. In fact, in
Okay.
almost 14 years as a police officer, I never arrested one black person at all.
What?
And I stood on that. I said, that's not my job. My job is not to arrest my community. My job is to represent my community. And if I did manage to, of course, come in contact in the capacity as a police officer of my community, they always went home without a ticket, without a summons, they got home. And I was criticized for that a lot. And as one of the very few black men at that time on the force that I was, it was not easy. So that being said, the answers that I heard, I didn't like. I didn't like hearing, man, some of these kids, man, they're going in the wrong direction, bro. They're going in the wrong direction. I'm like, bro, but what about how they're getting in the wrong direction? Michelle, you can get a ride. Okay. How are they going in that direction? Why are they going in that direction?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the research for me started to get different. I started to look into the systemic things that cause our community to have children in this scenario. And a lot came up, right? A lot came up. Where were they going? I have colleagues in Aurelia. I even have agencies in Aurelia. I just talked to a group in Aurelia that is speaking about, yeah, we see these kids up here. I had people reaching out to me. Yeah, man, I see these kids up here. They're selling. They're doing this. They're doing that. And I said, nah, this can't be it. They're disappearing like crazy. And when you look into it, the systemic reasons, 26% of black youth unemployment. Now, 26% unemployment in the 1930s, that was called the Great Depression. So when you have similar economic crisis like the Great Depression of the United States, you need action. That's a state of emergency. That's a state of economic emergency. Then you couple it with, you have a illicit drug trade happening amongst indigenous communities, where indigenous communities 5 times more than the Canadian average are overdosing. You have a homegrown fentanyl industry. You don't need crops anymore to make the most lethal and the most addictive substance that we have ever seen. And you put all of these things together in one, you have communities that have gangs, communities that when you check their dropout rate amongst their boys, speaking specifically of the Somali community, and you realize that that community is a very paternal community. Those men want to take care of their households. Those men they because of what they come from culturally, they want to be in positions where they can take care of their family, but they're dropping out, but they don't have the same opportunity. They're being all funneled in one direction. So you have black kids, African youth, young men being wooed into something that's literally swallowing them up.
Yeah.
And then this is the crusher, the killer at the end of the day is the target is really, really young kids, because we have a youth justice system that effectively pulls them in, rolls them back out. So they're the employees of this drug trade. They don't stay in jail long. And the kids are being told that. And they're thinking, wow, this is something I can continuously do. And even if when I become an adult, my record is sealed. And to them, it's a summer job. To them, it's you're not giving them any other options. So this is what it becomes. But this is the part for now, communities that are outside of our community. If you allow our children, black children, to create a culture where youth selling drugs is cool, what will happen is eventually we always adjust. We will get our kids out of it. But now, kids that live in Forest Hill will be in it. Kids that live in Avenue Road will be in it. Kids that live in Mississauga Road will be in it. It'll become cool culture. If the status quo said it's not our problem, it will become your problem. It ultimately will become your problem. When fentanyl becomes something that is easier to get than buying cigarettes, $10 a pop, and you could die, or you could be addicted for life, it's going to become your problem because our kids aren't the users. So ultimately, our generation, we will be able to pull our kids out. We are those people. We are Black people where our kids will never stay in anything systemic for long. We will adjust. We have culturally adjusted since the Mayflower. But the other communities won't adjust. They'll be the ones addicted to it. They'll be the ones who kids are selling it. So we need all Ontarians, all Canadians to look and say, hey, we better stop this. We better do something. We better listen and take steps to be advised of how to deal with this community in order that it stops. And we know how. I understand how.
Yeah.
And so I suggest they listen because it'll become their problem very, very quickly.
And what do you think? Because, like you said, you've been in the police field before. You've been in that sort of establishment, that system for a while, and you're removed from it. So now you have different eyesight. So I know Shelley's saying that this is not a new game, but I think what is the new game that we're seeing is the pull to like where these kids are now being killed, and they're being taken out of their area. Before, drugs were always, selling, but they stayed in the community. So they weren't missing. If the parents wanted to go find them, they could go to the corner or go to somebody's backyard, not inside their house, but backyards to see where the kids are, the park or wherever. But now when you're transporting them all the way to Timbuktu or wherever, it now leaves a burden for the lower income families or the families that want to go find their children but don't have the income and the resources to do so. So this is where you saw that there was a need for the transportation part, or the part of where you actually have to go and bring these kids back. So what is the pushback that you're getting? Because I noticed that everybody was asking, what can we do? Where are these kids going? What's happening to these kids? But yet you are actually saying, I'm having something tangible. This is what we need to do. I have been in the police force. I've been in the community. So this is what we need to do. And I'm gathering the people
Data.
to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And not only the data, but you're gathering the people that are willing to do so by organizing this fund. And we're going to get to the nit of the grit while we're here, but organizing this and I don't really see nobody talking about this. I don't necessarily see the people who are posting these kids' pictures every single week or every single day jumping on this. So what is the pushback that you're getting from the community to join this mission? Because this mission, to me, when I heard about it, I was like, yes, this is what. When everybody keeps asking what can they do, this is what you can do. So yeah, let me hear some of your feedback, what you're getting from your people or the people around you. What are you hearing?
I think it's not just, we can't just call it the Black community only anymore, because this is now a phenomena of the community. And what I'm realizing is that we really have two kinds of people, right? We have people that can say, they can point to the crisis. There's the problem, there's the problem, there's the problem, right? And then we have people that can say, well, I can point to the solution. And I'm a person that can point the solution. And that's really the only difference between me and everybody else, is that I can point to the solution, I can build a team to deal with the solution. And a lot of people, they say like a police officer, I'm not a police officer, I haven't been a police officer for 20 years, but it's kind of ingrained in who I am as a man.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little boy as a cop. I was a child as a police officer. I was a police officer at 23 years of age, right?
Yeah.
So they say there's people that run to a fire, or there's people who run towards guns being shot, and then there's people who run away. And
Mm-hmm.
my mentality, because of how I was trained as a young man, and coming out of community government, how we didn't run away.
You ran
And so,
forward.
yeah, we run to it. And so I run to the solution. I have 6 kids, 4 grandchildren, one on the way, and none of my children had to worry about what would happen if I went missing. Dad, would you come for me? They didn't have to worry about that. And so I've coached hundreds of kids in the community. I've mentored hundreds of kids in the community. The foster homes and group homes I've been part of
Yeah.
have fathered like hundreds of kids. And there is no time in my life where I looked at somebody else's child and say, that child's not my problem. I realized that son, that daughter can influence your son. I realized that son and that daughter is looking to you as a mentor, coach, father figure, uncle. And it's just something about me that says, man, like, why don't we just go get them? Let's not wait. I
Well,
saw a brother on one of these shows, and he went and found his son, right?
yeah.
And I said, wow, man, this guy went by himself. Went with his wife, but he went by. I said, he shouldn't have to go by himself.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't have to go by himself. Why does
No.
he have to go by himself? And nobody should have to go by themselves to go look for a child. I mean, what is happening in our world where, we're just leaving people in an isolated state to say, fend for yourself, bro. That's not my kid, it's your kid. So
Yeah,
we're
no,
trying to step in.
I also think there's a pushback. I'm going to push back a little bit in
Mm,
regards to our community because I am, and we are, that we don't necessarily ask for that help. We don't
yeah,
necessarily put our business out there to be judged and criticized by the masses because of the fact that we're like, oh, we don't want to be judged and criticized by the masses. So even that father that I saw in the documentary, I don't know if that's the same one you're talking about, but that
mm.
father that I talked to, that I heard, we still don't up to today don't know who that is. We still don't know up to today who that child was. We still up to today don't know what was going on with this child, why the dad went to go get that child and then the child went back.
I'll
Because
tell, I'll tell
again,
you why. I'll tell you why you don't know. Because it's too dangerous to disclose his identity.
I
Because
get that part. That part I don't need specifics, but I
mm,
do need, as a community, I think we do need, like, this is what we did. This is what happened. This is what didn't work when we did this. Do you know what I mean? This is what we can help you guys to prevent you from your child or your, daughter from getting into this again, because you firsthand have dealt with it. So if you firsthand have dealt with it, I think coming back and having that forefront to be able to do that is what we need to be doing more of.
I
A
agree,
lot of
but
these
but that
kids that I
that
post, a lot of these kids posters that I repost,
yeah,
I don't know if they've been, when they're found,
we
I
don't.
don't know what was the behinding. Even when how they were found, we don't even get that information.
I'll tell you this. Well, 2 things I'll say. That dad, he went alone, got his kid back, and he said, "That's all I care about." And I understand that because nobody went with, him, right? So number 2 is, if your child was involved in an illicit drug trade, um, and now you've got them back, there's always going to be threats to their potentially talking, spreading that information. So the safety of your child, um, is the paramount thing, and that's why people go quiet. And that's why what we want to do, what Kingdom 12 wants to do, is we want to say, hey, man, we're just go get your kid. We don't need to do a press conference about it. We don't have to parade it about. We're going to go get your child and give your child back, period. Right? Because mainstream media is not covering it, so why should we give them a story?
Yeah.
Right? If the police have said, well, that kid is involved in an illicit drug trade. He's not missing. Therefore, he's not in the category of missing. And they're not necessarily seconding. Secondment is when you take a police officer from one jurisdiction and say, send them to another. They're not saying, well, we're connecting with Thunder Bay or Moosonee police. And they're saying, we know he's there. And 90% of them they find. They know where they are.
Mm.
So, okay, well, if you know they're there, if you know where they are, why can't we go get them? Because they want to be there. We're not that kind of a task force. And so this is where we are fitting into a gray area where it's like, no, he's 12 years old. He can't make that decision. He's 13 years old. He can't make that decision. He's 14 years old. He or she can't make that decision.
No.
And we're gonna make the decision for him. But this is now where it comes. What happens now when you go there and the 14-year-old who is being lured, who's being conditioned, who has developed a community, and you bring him back? What happens next?
Yeah.
That's the part now. What happens next, right? Because A, he can't speak. He can't snitch.
Yeah.
Right? B, he might want to go back. Right? So what happens next? So that's now legislation.
Yeah.
So legislation for me is if you find an individual
Thanks, Christopher.
In the room with a child, you've got guns, you've got narcotics, you're guilty. Yeah. You have to explain it out. The kid doesn't have to testify. This is where the law has to be changed.
Yeah.
We have to set up legislation that says once you are in the room with a minor and you have X, Y, and Z in the room, you are automatically guilty. And you have to explain your way out of it. This child never needs to testify. We don't need testify. All we need is the evidence of what's in the room.
Yeah.
So that's legislation.
Exactly. There has to be some sort of more responsibility on the adults in the space than the children, because again, they are children. I hear a lot of pushback from our Black community, and this is what Black community, we need to really look at what's going on with us, is when we hear about our children that are missing and that are thing, even if they have chosen to go up, which again, they can't choose because they're children, to go up to these communities and do whatever. Do that mean that we don't go look for them? We try one time, two times, and that's it? No. Yeah. Like I had to say to them, I had to say to somebody who came in my DMs, and I'm like, they are still children. It does not matter if they so-called choose to be there, or as long as they're missing, they should be looked at as that. Yeah. They should be looked at as they are missing, and they need to be found. And every time they leave and go back, because it is like that for people who are addicted. When people are addicted to things, it takes how many times before they get clean? They clean up themselves, or they change that behavior is what I'm looking at. How many times does it take? So one time that, and we're like, oh, if they want to, this is what they want to do. So I really, I commend what you are doing. I love what you're doing. And I definitely, let's talk about what you are doing and what is coming up on the 4th, because we want people to come out and support. And if you are not able to support on the 4th, Bishop is right here. You see his information. You can always do it after that. So don't think, oh, it's just the 4th. I'm not able to make it. That means I don't have to do anything. The mission is still going. Okay.
The launch of initiative. Yeah, let me say one thing just before we even get there. Once you bring a 14-year-old back who was receiving $3,000 a week, you took away a very good opportunity for him or her. And this is where, again, the economic part comes in. Think about it. Think if I got you fired from a job that paid you $3,000 to $4,000 a week, you'd be upset.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
As a grown woman,
yeah, you'd be. I'm dealing with your money, and you'd be looking at me saying, you can't replace that. Mm-hmm. You can't replace that money, right? And the part that you threw in, like an addict, I don't want to criminalize youth.
Yeah.
But you have to deal with these youth almost like Stockholm syndrome. Mm-hmm. Right? And people aren't going to like this, but maybe you need to put an ankle monitor on them for a period of time and say, I'm not criminalizing you, but I have to start making sure that so a court ordered ankle monitor, what does it do? That has a GPS. It keeps the other guys saying, hey man, you can't come up here with that. Don't come back up here with that on your leg. And so he immediately now becomes toxic to an environment that was recruiting him.
Yes. Yeah.
And he has to look at another mechanism for now, and we can deal with the trauma and we can deal with the treatment, all that stuff. Anyway.
Yeah.
So going back to what you're saying, so Kingdom 12, the gala at 87 Wade Avenue, right behind me at V Studio, it is the launching of this initiative. It is getting people aware, just like, thank you very much for yourself, getting people aware of what we're doing, what we're trying to do. We're trying to show people our team. Everything's currently in the building stages, but I have a team of retired law enforcement, of individuals who have that military background, that investigative background, who are saying, Del, Bishop, we're ready to go. You tell us, we're ready. Black individuals who, black dads, black fathers, black grandfathers, who are saying, yeah, this is ridiculous. We're seeing it. We saw it. And for guys like myself who passed retirement, like, we're saying, it wasn't like this when we were in the force, and it's not going to be like this. We're going to stop it. So that team, also with the individuals who are going to do other things, people who are going to walk with us. We want to walk to Queen's Park. We call it a walk for justice. We want to do that within 100 days. We want to hold a mayoralty and city councilor debate, right? And ask these people who are about to be elected in August, what are you going to do about this issue? Why do you deserve our vote? We want to hold debates. We want to take up all of the public sector forums with our private sector interests. Yes. Something the Black community has not done predominantly unified. And last but not least, I want to launch and give everyone a policy that was written, an economic policy that was written to deal with the systemic issues in our community in Ontario. It means that every single Black organization will unite together like a band and be participant in this opportunity. There is an opportunity fund that is run by a good friend of mine, Craig Wellington, but that is mostly loans for business. We need something for all of these Black organizations that do things to further the cause of Black people, marginalized people, displaced individuals. And we need massive economic funding. I have a way to do that. It's not going to be tax dollars. It's something that's already measured. The metrics are already there. I want to release that to you. So July the 4th is a coming together of family. It's a family business. And people who are also allies. We have a lot of allies. People who are also interested in making sure that children are not victimized. So that's happening on the 4th of July. We hope that you get the memo and come out. We're trying to build our treasure fund for that. Again, these are charitable funds that are going to be held with trustees, overseen by accounting firms, and transparent because they're participant in the church, which has to show all of their finances. It'll be separate. The Kingdom 12 funds will be separate. So these things are to make sure that we can rescue our kids. Okay. Yeah. I said a lot, but we can break it down piece by piece.
Oh, you'll be back on again. Don't worry. So we all have time to keep this going, keep this conversation going. We just want to really stress that the gala is July 4th, which is Saturday. And, you know, there's still tickets available to purchase. If you are not able to make it and you'd like to purchase a ticket just to help the cause, please do so. And that is welcome. Are you still looking? Are you still needing volunteers?
We need servers. We need people who are going to help with the food. We have some security. So no, we just need some servers. I would say we need 4 or 5 volunteers. We need people who are going to be photographers, videographers. We love mainstream media. We love independent journalists. You know, and if you have anything to donate, like if you want to donate artwork or donate services of your business that we can auction off for all of our raisings, our call to action fundraising. If you want to do that, that'd be helpful too.
Say it again slowly. What you need?
Okay. We need some servers. If you want, people are going to help serve.
4? You said 4 servers?
4 or 5 servers. We
4
don't
or
need a
5
whole lot.
servers.
Yeah, we
Okay.
don't need a lot. If you are a videographer or photographer,
Videographer, photographer.
someone that can capture the entire event for us, we'd love you if you could do that. Um, Number 3, if you are an artist or you have a business and you want to donate a service that we can auction off. So we have people who've given us art that we're doing an art auction, a silent auction. We have people who've given us tickets to the AGO that will auction. So if you want to offer in-kind gifts as opposed to finances, that would be great too. And of course, if you want to be part of our donation package, if you want to be a regular partner, a monthly partner, we have a very detailed sponsorship presentation that we can show you how you can stay involved with that as well.
So see, there's lots of different avenues that you, as a Black community and as allies, that you'd like to help this great cause. You have lots of options to do so. Like I said, we will continue to have these conversations after the gala. I'll be there. Come see your girl. I'll be at the gala, doing my thing, my convos with Carrie,
You got your
talking to
dress? You got your
the
dress ready?
public. I got my stuff ready
Okay.
to go. I just have to get some comfortable shoes to be walking up and down. But yeah, and then I'll be ready to go to ask all the questions, to get the feedback from the people, and just to celebrate the people that are getting the nominees that are getting their awards, and just be a part of it. Because like you said, instead of you saying, what can I do? What can I do? This is something that you can do. So any little bit helps, and any bit and anything that you would like to donate, anything you'd like to do, be a part of, please get in contact with Bishop. And also there's some comments here that I just want to reach back to because I think that's helpful. Fungi and Selfish said, reach out to the Black churches. They have resources and it's something they should be investing in. Okay, that's
Not all of them do. Not all of them do. I wish they did. And not all of them do. But if a pastor or a bishop or a member of the Black community or any church can make themselves seen in this particular issue, but I have not seen a lot of churches that are involved. I want to
yeah.
say this also, that the night will be musical. There's art, there's singers. It's going to be a very fun time. So you're not going to just be sitting down. It's not going to be boring. We're going to have a great time. You're going to have a lot of fun. The food is fantastic. The decor is amazing. So please don't think that you're going to have a static time. You're going to have a great time. We're going to make sure that we put on a great event that you can enjoy yourself as well.
They're getting 100%. You're getting some love in the chat, and the frequency promotion said, "I admire the bishop for what he is doing. Thank you so much. Sounds good." People are saying it sounds good. So yeah, is there anything else that you want to put out there before we get busy on July 4th and get this going?
It's not too late to show up. You can show up. You can buy your tickets at the door. Come as a group, come by yourself. There'll always be a place for you. All right. And we also want to also invite you out to the church. If you want to come out to 10 Maplewood Avenue, Emmanuel Church of Jesus Christ Apostolic, that is the church that I oversee. It's a great community. We have lots of things that are community based. We need community people in the church who have community minds. The people that I've come across just in the last couple of weeks, oh my goodness, people from the community, absolutely blew my mind. What we have an amazing group of people in the community. We have smart, excellent people in our community.
Yes.
And I've invited them. I've invited Corey DeVille to come out here and speak, the presumptive Black mayoral candidate. Harley Gervais, fantastic individual. Dion Hall, Junior Jones, people who have contributed to our culture in amazing ways. Some people have not been able to come. I asked Jamal McGlure. I want to give him an award too for the excellence that he has demonstrated in Canada. So we have a lot of great Canadians, great Ontarians, great people in our community. Come be part of that community. We're the church that wants the community to be part of the church. So we're looking forward to that.
Great. So what is, like, I know your mind's on this one coming up, but give us a little sneak peek of what's coming after, what we have to start preparing for coming next.
So 2 things. Number 1, before the mayor and the councillor election, we're going to be putting on a debate. Okay? But the big thing, as they say in Trinidad,
Big thing.
is big thing. we want to, it's called a walk in the park for justice. We want to, with a finished policy that we want a minister of provincial parliament to sponsor, we want to meet 1,000, at least 1,000 people in Nathan Phillips Square. And we want to walk up the street to Queen's Park and knock on Doug Ford's door. Say, Mr. Ford, we've got something for you. Okay? And I always put my foot in my mouth, because if I say 1,000 and 200 of y'all show up, they're going to say, Bishop did it again. And no, but we're looking for our numbers to show up to do that walk, not just a walk, not just walking for no reason, walking with policy in our hand that's sponsored already by city councilors, by ministers of provincial parliament, and say, we want this to be a law. And so we need the time to put that together, but that's going to happen within 100 days of the gala. That must happen.
Nice. 100 days. All right. I'm going to be counting down the days.
Count them down.
100.
Policy's already written. It's already written. I finished it already.
Are you getting any sort of support or from the people who are running? Because I know I've seen a bunch of people running, and I don't see none of this is on their bill.
Well, I like I said, I don't know him, but Corey DeVille has said he's coming. Also,
what about Charmaine? Who's the one running for Jane and Finch?
She has reached out to me. We've spoken.
Okay.
Her idea was the walk, and then we kind of shifted it to the walk in the park. That was actually her idea. It's not Charmaine. It's a girl running in Jane and Finch Ward 7.
Yes, it's not Charmaine. Charmaine is Mississauga, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly that Charmaine, but the girl running in Jane and Finch, her name is something else, Antwi or something like that. I apologize. I forget her name right now.
Okay.
But Councillor Josh Matlow, incumbent of Ward 12, has come to my church, has spoken, has said 100% he is behind this.
Okay.
So he's an incumbent. He's put his mouth on it. He's, we have the receipts via text.
Not Judy's girl. What's the one, the Asian lady that's always dancing?
Olivia Chow?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, the mayor? I walked with
Amanda
Olivia
Combs,
Chow.
that's it. Thanks, Mom. Amanda Combs, that's her name.
I haven't met her.
Okay, so I'll send her the flyer.
Okay, I haven't met her. And like I said, I've walked with Olivia Chow. I don't know if she knows about this. I've walked with the chief of police. I don't know if they know about this, but I'm not going to throw political officials under the bus until they drop a ball when it comes to this. But I just know that I am not seeing enough from the police, from public officials, from whoever. I'm not seeing enough. And so that's why we're doing this. I'm not pointing any fingers. I don't have time. I don't have time to blame you.
You're doing the work, so
I can go get my own kids. I don't have time. So I'm hoping people feel the same. And I'm hoping we have enough funds to make sure that we can fund these investigations, that we can make sure that we have people that can actively go out and get these kids. I'm hoping we can do that, because that's what we're putting our word on, and we're going to be very transparent about how much money we've raised, so that the Black community knows, if you're not raising the money for these task force, because they're not coming from government, we're not looking for government first, we're looking for us, then we're going to be limited, right? So we're going to do what we can do with the resources we have.
Definitely. And we thank you again. Is there a number that you are aiming for, or is there a number that you're looking for?
$30,000 is what we wanted to have as a baseline, to be able to say, $30,000, we have the capacity to begin looking case by case and figuring out where kids are. 30,000 was I think was a very achievable number. The initial project was $4 million. Oh
my goodness.
Right? So $1 million task force, $1 million for youth entrepreneurship, $1 million for youth employment, and $1 million of grants and divestment into Black business.
Nice.
Right? So that's what the Kingdom 12 grant initiative began at $4 million, but 30,000 is enough for us to start doing the groundwork right now.
Within 100 days?
Absolutely.
Okay. This, you know what, this is a great initiative, and I'm glad that somebody is actually putting the work in, because like I said, there's always people saying, what can we do? What can we do? And now I see you're saying, this is what we can do tangible. Let's see if they're going to put their, they're going to
The
put their
money where
money
the
in
mouth is.
there
There's
and
people
they're
right now
actually
that are
doing nothing.
engaged. They're looking, they're helping. We want to help anybody who has the capacity to investigate, who's doing it on their own, but we want a sophisticated team of individuals that the Black community can say, this is our team. We know who they are. I'm gonna demonstrate who that team is, and we're gonna go out there and do our thing. So some people you won't be able to know, because we want to make sure. I want to
Yeah,
be able to send people up there that look like the kids.
yeah.
So we'll have a consultant overseeing it and a couple of individuals who are more administrative, but we want a team that actually can go up there and infiltrate and find who we have to find. And then when we got to go get them, we're just going to go get them.
And because of my services and because of what I do for the community, I'm here to help when they come back, when the families return and they need that extra support to get them reintegrated into society and to get those resources to wrap around them, to support them to get back on their track so they don't run back to the
Right.
negative in order to survive. So
Right.
yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you
Thank you
for
very much,
sharing.
Barry.
Can't wait to
Appreciate it.
for Saturday. So excited. And
Put your dancing
everybody,
shoes on. Put your dancing
I
shoes
know,
on.
I will. And you still have time. There's the email on here. I will put this up here and I will put it up on YouTube, and as well I'll be reposting it up until the day. So like Pastor said, you can always buy tickets at the door. So come on, you're welcome. Come as
There'll
you
be
are.
email transfer, or you got to bring cash, because we don't have the tap to thing organized here. But we'll try. But
Yeah,
but help us out. Help us out, and try to bring exact cash, or try to be in a position where you can email transfer. But
yes.
we've got the
Everybody in
church
this day and age
mothers.
should have email transfer.
Yeah, yeah.
So we will
Don't
email
stress
transfer.
out the church mothers.
We
The
are
church
not
mothers.
having cash on site.
Oh,
It will be email transfers only.
we ain't afraid of nobody where you're coming. So you're very safe. Okay.
Okay,
You're
okay, then
coming to the
we are not
wrong place.
on site.
If you try to jack up the Glorious Church, you're in the wrong. You came to the wrong bishop's church.
Okay.
I'm the wrong one.
We are addicted and highly favored. We're not worried. All
Okay.
right.
We're not
Okay.
worried about that. I'm not
All
worried
right. Good.
about
Okay, great. Then you heard it here first. Bring your e-transfer and bring your exact money, and
that.
you can find your way in. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bless you,
You go
Barry.
home safely, and we will be on here again. So don't worry about it. Take care.
Okay. Take
All
care.
right. Good
Good night,
night.
everybody. Good night.
Good night,
God bless.
everyone.